Now this is what you call a fine-tuned billiards instrument in the house, available right now at Crossroad Cues. Cognoscenti Custom Cue, made by the man, the myth, and the legend. Of course, one of the grand masters of the universe when it comes to custom cue making. Our good friend, the world famous Chicago cue maker himself, Mr. Joe Gold. Beautiful cue right here. I need somebody to do me a personal favor. One of you, come on somebody. You need to buy this really, really fast before I change my mind. I have been known to hoard, stash away, hide, whatever you want to call it, a good playing cog. And that's exactly what you're looking at right here. I've actually never met one that played bad. But this cue right here is really, really, really clean. The wood that is at the top of the cue here and at the base of the cue, or as some people say, the nose and the butt sleeve, or you can say the forearm of the cue, is made out of some nice, deep, dark, and rich Cocobolo. You know, there's different types of Cocobolo. Some of it has that really kind of fiery look to it, usually that Mexican Cocobolo. Then you've got, of course, the deeper, darker Central American Cocobolo. And I believe that's what this is right here. It's got some nice figure to it. There is no natural material in this cue, so we can actually ship this cue anywhere in the world. If you're watching us overseas, we do have additional charges for shipping overseas compared to our normal domestic shipping. But I know that some of our pool playing brothers and sisters out there across the globe can appreciate a good cog just like I can. I have not been up to the shop for a while to see Joey. I did give him a call when I first got this cue in and asked him about it. So what you're looking at here, you could consider this to be a 5-point. That's what he considers the cue when you're looking at the top of the cue. There's actually 10 floating points. Of course, you've got that very distinctive cog type design inlaid points right here throughout the cue. So again, you've got 5 floating white points up top, and then you've got 5 down low, or you can say reversed. Now, the interesting thing that I'm going to point out to you here, if you are not familiar with Joey's work, he is known, of course, for his jeweler quality, and I have seen it firsthand in the shop. His jeweler quality silver and gold work, or his inlay work in the cues. He does it extremely, extremely good. Definitely one of the best in the world at what he does. So besides the cues playing fantastic, and I do mean that with no exaggeration at all, if you have not had the pleasure of playing with a cog or a Cognoscenti cue, you need to get one, and this is a great opportunity. Joey's not getting any younger. He's still making cues in the shop. I don't know what the wait time is, but you're definitely going to wait in line. Even the locals have to wait in line. When I go up there to the shop every now and then on the north side of Chicago, there's always people waiting just to get in, just to talk to Joe or have something done to one of their cues. But as far as getting one made, you're going to wait a while. I can guarantee you that. So back to what you're looking at here. Each of the points is intricately inlaid. That is real silver. Okay, so you've got black inside the point, and then you've got silver. Now here's where it gets really, really complex. And if I didn't point it out to you, you might not even notice it. There is actually a really tiny piece of silver at the tip of each point. It almost looks like gold, actually, but I believe that's silver. It's so small that even a jeweler would have a field day getting that in there. And then, of course, in between each point, you have a white oval that has what I'm calling a starburst style. It's almost like a cross or a starburst, also inlaid with silver. Now take a look at the figure as I get you a close-up here on that Cocobolo, huh? Joey's not going to use any wood that is not top shelf. This is a cog pin. If you know, you know. If you don't, now you do. He does have a unique pin, okay? As I move down the queue, in the center area here, okay, so what separates the front and back of the queue, that is a, I believe Cognac is what we're going to call it. I believe that's Cognac colored. I'm almost positive that's what it is, but in any event, that is a premium and rare Cognac colored double E premium wrap right there. That's authentic stuff, okay? Now, for most of you that know, Joe does not do anything but linen wraps in the shop. Interesting fact, if you were to buy a Cog Q and you wanted to get a leather wrap, not even what you're looking at here, because that is a $400 to $500 upcharge, by the way. But if you wanted just a regular leather wrap, he does not do them. He will get one put on for you. And here's the interesting thing. Believe it or not, the majority of his leather wraps throughout the years were actually put on by none other than the man, the myth, and the legend himself, Mr. Ernie Gutierrez out in California. True story. Ernie, a Hall of Fame master Q maker himself that is extremely famous, is very good friends with Joe, and he would actually do leather wraps for him. So this one right here was put on by Richard Hsu. Richard Hsu, of course, is famous for not only just his extremely good Q making ability, he makes my personal favorite shafts, the Tsunami shafts. If you haven't tried one of those, and I'm not selling you any of mine, I always keep those too. I don't have any to sell, but I would highly recommend putting it in order with Richard. Richard is also known for his repair work. Everything he does is with a touch of excellence. So this wrap right here was actually installed by the previous owner of, he commissioned Richard to install this wrap. So that wrap was installed by Richard Hsu. The bottom of the queue, or the base of the queue, has, again, 5 additional floating points. You've got the black inlays, the silver, and then you've got the silver in the ovals, and then again, the little teeny tiny pieces intricately installed, inlaid in the top of each point. You've got the signature cog rings starting at the shaft. I like to count the shaft. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 position ring work. So you can say ring work at all positions. Some people don't count the shafts. I like to. This Q right here has a butt weight of 15.5 ounces. So it's got some nice weight to it. The shafts are extremely clean. They're 3.6 and 3.5, 13.15. Cog custom Q, very clean. I like to say no apologies, right? No dents, no dings. Absolute pleasure to play with. And I'm telling you, if somebody doesn't buy it quick, you might see it pop up on the website, and then you might see it get marked sold, and yours truly will be the owner, because I just love a Cog custom Q. Let's enjoy it again just for a moment. Look at that silver work. But the best part, I'm telling you, the best part about it is not the beautiful, ornate designs. It's the craftsmanship. It's the way that they're built. It's something significant that Joey does that makes his cues stand out and give you an extremely consistent hit, an extremely powerful hit. That's the best thing I can tell you, best way to describe it. When you hit the ball, you're going to feel that power. Cognoscenti custom Q, available for immediate worldwide delivery. If you need some financing, check out our website. I'm going to be uploading more and more inventory. A lot of times people buy stuff before they even get a chance to make it onto the menu or make it onto the website. Always contact us if you're viewing a video to make sure that whatever we are showing you is still in stock. And we also have other cues, of course, that are not on the website. Cog Q at crossroadcues.com.